Yes.
I have so many people asking me questions about the SBA loan, the difference between the PPP and the.
Yes.
Okay, I think, yeah.
The A, B, C, D, E, F, G, yes, all of that.
Right. And it's so many confusing information out there. So hopefully I can kind of break this down today and answer any questions.
Yes. We're just waiting for a few more minutes. Seemingly the Zoom calls, the people that can't make it, once you download it and make it available later on, they watch it. You probably know better than me. That's the case for this. So it's almost 9.
So you have this meeting. You have this meeting on a daily basis, or how often do you have this?
So me, like most people now, are working from home.
Okay.
And I want to get better at it. And I've been told by people smarter than me, if you want to get good at something, you kind of teach it or you talk about it. So
of course.
I wasn't really good at Zoom calls. The closest I came to a Zoom call was I had someone go to WhatsApp, and 5 of us need to be on WhatsApp, and we couldn't talk all together on WhatsApp. So then the client said, let's go to Facebook Messenger. So they taught me how to do Facebook Messenger. So when all this happened, I said, look, I got to get better at Zoom calls. So I've done about 7 Zoom calls. So far, so good. The more I do.
So you have like 7 people on this call, like on a daily. Do you do this on a daily basis or weekly, or?
Well, I've been doing it now 3 times a week. So it's like
3 times a week.
And I've done it 3 times this week. I'm gonna do it 3 times next week, and then I want to start. I've done Facebook Lives and watch parties, so I'm getting better.
Okay. So you do this with your agents?
I do this for the general population. Agents are people who want to know more about real estate or what I have to say in regards to real estate. Just in general. Yeah.
All right.
Not everything's a Zoom meeting, but I do want to jump right into it because I know you don't have a lot of time. Let me just say,
because I really have to hop out by 9:30. I have a busy day today, so
I know. So let me just introduce you because you are the authority. I'm Vinny Thompson from the Ask Vinny Thompson, a realtor in New York City, and I had my own accountant who does like my day-to-day operations, and I contacted Miss Bernice Hassan because me and my silent partner, the IRS, had some issues to figure out. And her specialty, which she'll talk about, she helped me to get myself together, right? Because as time went on, 2019 had a great year. I wasn't counting. The IRS was counting, but I was not. So when I needed some help, I reached out to Bernice to get help. And I'm also not good at paperwork. I'm good at running my mouth. So I said, this PP, this PUA, this PPL, and pandemic unemployment assistance, it looks nice. But I know left up to my devices, I probably would not do it. In theory, could you do it yourself? Yeah. But I like to hire the best. So I said, let me reach out to Bernice to get this done. So Bernice, I'll let you continue. Go ahead.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the amazing introduction. I'm super excited to be here today. So, my name is Bernice Hassan, and I run a tax resolution practice here in Maryland, where we help so many small businesses resolve tax problems. I work mainly with 90% of real estate agents, brokers, because as we all know, agents, they receive their commissions on 1099 and, they get behind on their taxes. So we work with so many real estate agents. So today on this call, I will focus on different type of the SBA loans available. As we are all aware, President Trump signed the $2 trillion bill 2 weeks ago, and there's a lot of questions about, what the loan entails and what type of requirements. So today, I will kind of break it down to tell you what they are, the requirements, and how you can apply for this. And, there's so many confusing information out there. So I hope that I can answer any questions, clarify any questions that you have today. Okay, so let's dive right in. The $2 trillion that was signed 2 weeks ago, $350 billion of it has to do with the EIDL and the PPP loan. It's two different types, okay? So the EIDL is the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, and that is mainly for small businesses that have been affected as a result of the coronavirus. That's the key word, affected. Because a lot of people, a lot of agents will call me and say, hey, look, I have these deals that I'm working on, all the investing properties that I need some loan. The loan is now for expansion. It is now for growth. This is to keep you going during this, uncertain times. And they putting out all this money is not for you to expand your business. It's for you to keep your employees working for you so you don't lay them off. Okay? So it's two parts to it. For each of it is two parts. So the SBA loan, you can get up to $10 million. All right? Actually, the SBA is up to, $10 million, but you can get, okay, this is very confusing. I'm sorry. Let me take that back. The SBA is up to $2 million, all right? But you can get up to $10,000 forgiven, all right? So that's why I know you read it online where people say, oh, I can get $10,000 grants. It is a grant if you can show evidence that your business has been affected as a result of the coronavirus, okay? So it's a two-step part. For the SBA loan, the EIDL, you can apply online. You can apply on the, www.sba.gov. It's a two-part to it. You'll fill out the survey is what I call it. I call it an intake form because a lot of people feel like once they fill out the form, they will get the $10,000 within 3 days. It doesn't work like that. So the EIDL, you can get it up to $2 million, and 10,000 of that could be forgiven if you can prove that your business has been affected as a result of the coronavirus. What type of evidence can you show? So for a lot of my real estate agents, you can show your commission sales. You show your commission reports prior to the virus and after to show the decrease in commission that you received, okay? So if you can prove it back to them, if you can show evidence that your sales declined, then you can get up to $10,000 that you wouldn't have to pay back, all right? Do you have any questions so far regarding the EIDL?
Nope.
Okay, so the second part of it is the PPP, all right? That one is up to $10 million. Okay, you can get the loan up to 10 million. So for the PPP is really for like small businesses that have employees. So if you have employees, contractors, and you are trying to sustain your employees, the PPP is really a good one because you could get up to $2 million forgiven. Okay, unlike the EIDL. $10,000 is what they could forgive under the EIDL, but the PPP could go up to $10 million, okay? That's really free money that you don't have to pay back. But there are certain ways that you have to calculate the PPP loan to be able to get some of the loans forgiven, okay? So this is where you would need professional to help you. It depends on the amount that you are trying to apply for. But if you are looking into applying for more than $10,000, and if you have contractors, employees that you want to sustain during this crisis, I recommend you go with the PPP loan because you could get majority of your expenses forgiven. So the way they calculate the PPP is 2x your payroll. So let's say you have employees on payroll that you pay them on a monthly basis, $40,000. I'm just saying $40,000, okay? To calculate the part that will be forgiven, it will be $40,000 times 2.5. Okay, so in this case, it will be about $100,000. You could get that written off that you don't have to pay back, plus your rent costs for 2 months. Your rent, your utilities, your payroll for 8 weeks. You could get up to all of that forgiving that you don't have to pay back to the SBA. So it's different requirements. The requirements for the PPP loan is you have to have employees. A lot of people have been calling me saying, look, I don't have employees on payroll. I have contractors that I issue 1099. The contractors, you cannot include the contractor cost as part of the PPP. No, because the contractors too can apply for the loan themselves. Okay, I have it coming in. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so this is the tricky part. And a lot of banks too, they don't even have this correctly. Some banks are including the 1099 contractors as part of the payroll cost calculation. Some banks are not. So it's a lot of confusing information out there. But based on the bill, when you calculate the PPP cost, it has to be your employees, okay? Your employees cost for 8 weeks, your rent, utilities, you know, it's a special way that you calculate it. And you really don't want to shoot yourself on the foot. You want to use someone who is knowledgeable, who has very strong financial background to help you calculate this, because it won't make sense for you to pay back a loan that you could have otherwise, you know, written off under this bill. Okay? So
Okay,
how do
now
you
I have a quick question, Bernice.
Sure.
I have both. I have 1099 and, you know, regular employees. So
Right.
do I let my guy that's 1099 apply for his own?
Yes,
And then the
that's
people I pay, I apply for my own?
Yes, you will apply for your own, and you would include just your employees under yours. So if you have 1099s, they have to apply for their own, because it's open to sole proprietor, you know, contractors, independent contractors. Everyone is qualified to apply for the PPP loan. Okay, so how do you apply for this? For the EIDL that I mentioned earlier, that you could get up to $2 million, you can apply on SBA.gov. Okay, the first is a 2-part process, and this is where it gets really tricky. A lot of people think when they go online, fill out the application form, that's it. No, that is just an intake, you know, form that you complete to get you in the queue. Okay, an SBA underwriter will be assigned to your case. They will review your application, and they will contact you within 3 weeks asking you for evidence. Evidence will be supporting documentation to show financial distress as a result of the coronavirus. Like I said, you can show them your commission sales, you know, the commission report that you get from your broker, right? The other people on these calls are real estate agents, correct?
Right.
Assumably.
Okay. So you can kind of show the decline in your sales prior to or after the, you know, before the coronavirus and during the crisis. And also you can show, they're going to request for a schedule of your liabilities. So for small businesses that have to pay their rents, you know, that, you know, there are some costs that are fixed on a monthly basis. You're going to show evidence of that as well. And also your personal financial statements. So if you are the owner of your business, you are required to provide them with a personal financial statement. If you cannot provide this supporting documentation, you probably will get rejected, or you will have to pay back the advanced loan. So just to kind of clarify the advanced loan as well, under the EIDL, when you apply within 3 weeks, you will get the advanced grants, okay? They call it grants because you won't have to pay it back if you can show supporting documentation that your sales declined. However, it's not everyone will get the $10,000. It's up to $10,000, okay? So if you have just one employee, they could probably give you $1,000. So just because you apply for the EIDL doesn't mean you will just get $10,000 in your account right away within 3 days. So
like Oprah, you get 10 grand, you get 10 grand, you get 10 grand.
Yeah,
like
no, it doesn't work like that. There are certain requirements that they look at, you know, and the $10,000 is what you can get up to $10,000 for giving that you don't have to pay back. So it really depends on what your needs are, which is what we are helping a lot of our clients with. Some clients just want the $10,000 grant. Some people need more money to sustain their employees, you know, to keep them going. So we help you. And also, in addition to the SBA, the states also have amazing grants, you know, that we also look into for our clients to determine what is best option for them. that they could get some of their, loan written off that they don't have to pay back. Really, it's free money. So you should really take advantage of that. So how do you apply for this? The EIDL, you can apply on sba.gov. Okay, like I said, the first part is just an intake form. They will still come back 3 weeks later asking you for supporting documentation and also to determine the amount of loan that you are qualified for. So this is where you will need your accountant. This is where your accountant and your bookkeeper will be your best friend, because a lot of this supporting documentation, someone with no accounting background or financial background might not be able to provide this information. The other part is the PPP. That one, we have to apply through the banks. It's not something that you can apply online. Some banks actually stop accepting application because it's so overwhelming. Like, it's just so many people trying to get the money. So we have to, look out there to see if your bank is participating. And I know Chase Bank, I was able to connect one of my clients with Chase Bank. Chase Bank is still accepting application. Wells Fargo stop accepting applications. So you just have to kind of do your research to see who is still accepting the PPP applications. So do you have any questions at this point?
Yes, I had two. And I'm sorry to dominate this conversation, but I'm thinking maybe people think the same thing I'm thinking. What about credit? So you said SBA loan. If I have credit challenges, can I get the loan, or is it?
That's a very good question, okay? I mean, this loan is meant to help small businesses, and I think they are very lenient when it comes to credit. I read that if you have above 600 credit score, you should be good. Anything below could be a challenge, but I don't want to say that you're going to get disqualified. I would still encourage you to apply, because, they could look at other factors to determine your eligibility. But one thing I know is, if your business is running on a loss, in my opinion, you might not be qualified, because, one of the criteria that they're looking at is ability to pay back the loan. And if you've been showing loss year after year, then it's probably going to be very impossible for you to get qualified for the loan.
Understood. So does anybody have any questions? You can unmute yourself, and maybe I can try to help you get unmuted. No questions at all? You want to talk a little bit more, Bernice, and we have a little more time?
Yeah, so, I encourage people to, check it out, look at the states, depending on what states. I know Mr. Thompson is in New York, right? So I know New York has a loan up to $75,000 with 0 interest that you don't even have to pay for 1 year. You don't have to start paying back the loan, until after 1 year that you sign up the loan. So it's different states, grants out there. You need to get with your accountant. A lot of accountants are not really helping their clients with this, which is very amazing, because this is where people need us now. Businesses they are dying. They need to survive. So you need to get with your accountant to see if they can help you. We are helping our clients with different options that are out there. We would evaluate your situation to see what you qualify for, both on the states and the SBA, and determine the best way to get the loan, maximum amount that you don't have to pay back, which is very key. So I encourage everyone to take advantage of that. And also, if you have outstanding taxes that you hold to the IRS or the state, think about this. This is the best time to work on your finances. When you're trying to negotiate a payment plan, IRS only cares about what you're making right now. So I encourage you to take advantage of this, coronavirus and all the decline in sales, and try to negotiate, try to lock yourself into a low monthly payment plan. I know IRS is closed right now. The call centers everywhere is closed, but at least you can start the application process, the 433A, where we would analyze your finances, come up with how much you are making currently. So by the time they open up, we can lock you in a very low monthly payment plan. And what is amazing about setting up a low monthly payment plan is taxes do expire. A lot of people don't know that. For every tax return that you filed and processed, there's a collection statute expiration date, whereby after 10 years, IRS can no longer collect after taxes that you owe. So for people that hold 6 figures in taxes, you know, if you are not making money right now, you know, take advantage of your situation and have someone analyze your finances for you to get you locked into a low monthly payment plan. We can set up to 5 years, 6 years for you. And, you know, it depends on the aging of your taxes. Some of your taxes really could get written off, you know, and you are still protected from any levy or, you know, wages garnishment. So you really want to look into that, take advantage of all the opportunities out there during this crisis. I think one of my clients actually just joined because I put this on Facebook. Hello, Mr. Thomas? Mr. Thompson, are you there? Oh, can you hear me? Oh, I think something is definitely wrong. Hello?
Oh,
can you hear me? I think I lost you for a minute.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, I can hear you.
If you can hear me, say something. I can't hear anyone. Hello?
Yeah.
All right. So let's see if I can join my computer audio. Yeah. Hello? Okay. Okay, I think we're having some technical difficulties now.
Yeah, we can hear you. It sounds like a bit of an echo, Bernice.
Yeah, can you hear me now? All right. Let me mute myself on this one. Hello, Mr. Thompson?
Yeah, is it on your phone as well?
No, I mute the one on my computer.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, you can hear me now? All right. So do you have any other questions for me while I'm still on this call? I need to hop onto my 9:30 appointment.
No.
Mr. Brian, I think we are friends on Facebook. Aren't we?
Yes,
friends
we are.
Facebook? Yes, we are. Nice to meet you. Nice seeing your face.
Yes, yes.
All right. So anyone else have questions on this call? No?
No.
All right. So if you have questions, I'm on Facebook. Feel free to
restate before you go, because I know you're a very busy woman. If you can.
Okay, I'm gonna stop my
Bernice, say again. I'm sorry.
Very well now.
Yeah. So I just want to say, if you have, I have some IRS challenges, right? It's a blessing to owe the IRS your silent partner money. And when she mentioned hiring a CPA to help you through the paperwork, I know I have strengths and paperwork is not one of them. So in theory, you could fill this out yourself. I know I would start and never go back to it and never get it done. So I have, once again, my own accountant, but people specialize with specialists in, which is why I engaged Bernice. I saw value, which is why I wanted her to join us on the call to help you with what maybe an accountant may not do. You know, this specialty work of dealing with the IRS and getting a payment plan, she has the time and expertise, you know, called Bernice. And that's all I wanted to say as far as that.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes. And you can look me up. I'm on Facebook. You know, look me up on Facebook. Look me up on LinkedIn. I go live once a month to answer questions, to tell you about what is new, what you need to, you know, to know about IRS tax resolution. And you can reach out to me at any time if you have any questions. Okay?
Right. Bernice, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Sure.
Actually, I have a few of my clients on this call.
All right, guys.
So that's interesting.
Thank you.
Hi, Janika.
Oh, okay.
Oh, boy.
Shanika Shai.
All right. Anybody have questions? I'm surprised. This is a big loan.
It's the law.